Pete Sampson atop the Google Auditorium with Tim Prister after Brian Kelly's Tuesday press conference. A lot of mentality questions today, some playoff questions today, a few personnel questions today. Was there anything that really sort of struck you as interesting or curious moving toward NC State?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Brian Kelly's comment about, they're in the playoffs every week now, and that the media's been behind them as far as their goal from the beginning of the year, which is to win a national title. So, I mean, we get that as an independent, but hearing him talk about the running game and a coach it's a little surprising that you're averaging almost 320 yards rushing per game, but he said that he felt like 250 going into the season was a realistic number, which any Notre Dame fan that is unaccustomed to anything above 200 yards is happy to hear that. So they're exceeding that, and that's great. They're going to need every bit of their talent in the running game to be able to be that effective against NC State.
I asked a little bit about Mike Elko versus NC State in the past, just because you look at the last three meetings, no turnovers forced, 200 rushing yards allowed each time, and 3 losses. Now, how relevant is that? Probably not that relevant, but I don't think it's something that you would completely throw out either. So that's just something to watch on Saturday. We've asked a little bit about, what do you take away from last year's Notre Dame game? Nothing, because it was a microcosm, and when it rains, it pours. Really one of his best comedic moments of the year.
Yeah, it really was, and he also said that they haven't looked at any film from last year because he did a very good, poor job in crafting the game plan for it. But, as it relates to Mike Elko at Wake Forest against NC State, I mean, NC State they don't turn the football over. Ryan Finley has not thrown an interception, if memory serves.
Miami last year.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But so going into the Notre Dame game, he had not thrown an interception at that point either. So that's his MO, and I think your NC State insider indicated that that's kind of what their offense is all about, and Finley does a great job of protecting it. So Notre Dame can't necessarily rely on having the big turnover margin in this game. They're going to have to be good in a lot of other areas then.
Health-wise, Notre Dame seems somewhat healthy. We're always trying to look for insights about, okay, is he really healthy, is he not? But Greer Martini's coming in for interviews this week. That's a real positive because they don't bring in injured guys for interviews. Everyone else seems to be on track for NC State this weekend. Saturday, Wolfpack coming off a bye, Notre Dame coming off an emotional 49-14 victory over USC. That's it for our Tuesday Instant Analysis following Brian Kelly's press conference.